Alright, I wanted to make a video. This is a preview, kind of review of this guitar after having it for a week. This is the Kiesel Aries with a bolt-on neck. It's a bolt-on neck. And I wanted to talk about my experience with it so far. Do I like it? Do I hate it? What's good about it? What's bad about it? I want to go over a few things. In about a month's time or maybe a year's time, I'll do a full review of this guitar. But right now, this is kind of a preview. Now, it's going to be a long one. You can see the length of the video. I have thoughts and opinions on this. Okay, so I spent $2,500 on this guitar. $2,500 on a guitar is a lot of money for a guitar. A lot of money. Right off the bat, we're going to go over what I think is bad about this guitar, and it's not what you would think. What do I mean by it's not what you think? Well, most guitar manufacturers don't skimp out or fail in what Kiesel has failed on in this guitar specifically. And what Kiesel failed on this guitar would be hardware related. Now, it's not what you think. It's not the saddle. It's not the tuners, specifically the tuning of the tuners, and it's not the fit and finish. It's small things. They messed up like small things that even $50 Chinese manufacturers would mess up on. Just like really strange. So let's go over what they messed up. If I can zoom in here real quick, let me do a zoom so I can show you a little bit better. Kiesel has already corrected this problem, by the way. They're sending me new hardware to fix these issues. I just told them I had the problem, and they're like, yeah, we're sending it to you in the email, no problem. So customer service so far, awesome. But I have a problem with these volume and tone knobs, where when I turn them, they're not perfectly straight. I don't know if you can see this. It's kind of hard to see. But when I turn the volume and when I turn the tone knobs, it's wobbling like quite a bit. You can't really see it. But trust me, it's enough to make you feel like, whoa, I'm turning that knob and it does not feel right at all. No, sir, that is wrong. Even $50 Chinese guitars can get that right. Another thing about the hardware, not the saddle. Not the saddle. Saddle's perfect. I have no problems with this tremolo system. But the painting that they've done on this, I think it's like chrome black paint or chrome. It feels kind of thin. And so when I rub my hands on the hardware, the tuners and the tone knobs, I can feel like a scratch. You know, it's almost like a scratch, like the plating that they put on these tone knobs and on these are a little thin, I think. I think the plating they used is quite thin, and that's causing them to feel cheap. Even though they're not cheap, they just feel cheap, cheaply plated, which is kind of strange. I can rectify that by putting like a lacquer kind of thing on it, and I'm going to be looking into that. Or actually taking these off and putting them in an ultrasonic cleaner and see what happens from that process. Because right now, they're pretty scratchy. I haven't cleaned them 100%, so that might actually go away. But from what I'm feeling, these feel kind of scratchy and not really like super high quality. But that's just the tuners and the tone knobs. And that's it. That's the only problem that I have with these guitars. That's it. Everything else is absolutely flawless. Flawless. Everything else is unbelievable. It's actually kind of crazy. So the tones that I can get out of this guitar are unique. Like, these pickups are legit. They're legit pickups. I love these pickups. In fact, these are like my favorite pickups. I don't know if you can buy their pickups like by themselves. Actually, I'm on their website. Can you buy their pickups? Yes, you can. Cool. Okay, I actually didn't know you could just buy their pickups. I actually might buy a pair of these pickups and put them in my Ibanez because I'm actually really enthused with the way these sound. just sounds great. I am in love with the sound this guitar can produce. Another thing, this is my very first guitar with stainless steel frets, and these feel perfect. The fret job that they did on this guitar, whoo, give the fret guy a raise, okay? Because the fret guy did an awesome job. So these are not bald frets. I like guitars with bald frets. None of my guitars have ever had ball frets, but one of my friends he makes custom guitars, he uses ball fret ends. And this one is almost a ball fret end. It's absolutely perfect fret job. Oh my god, it's just flawless. It's flawless. Also, this is a perfect setup job. Whoever did the setup as well, I'm betting that's the same guy who did the fret job as well, but look at how low this action is. It is incredibly low. It's like super hard for me to show, but it's very, very low action. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for in my guitars. Perfect. Whoever set this guitar up, give them a huge raise because this is set up perfectly. And the best part, it's a bolt-on neck. So if shit happens in like a year's time or whatever, I can shim the neck. I can do whatever I want. But I don't see myself having to do that because it's perfectly set up. Perfectly set up. Another thing, these tuners might feel cheap, and I think I can rectify that by cleaning them up really good and putting like some sort of lacquer or some sort of polish to these. Personally, I think I can do that. But just because they feel cheap doesn't mean they are cheap. This guitar stays incredibly in tune. Very, very, very good tuning stability from this guitar. Awesome. Love it. In fact, it's so good because this tremolo is amazing. I think this is a hip shot. Tremolo, and it just stays perfectly attuned. And best part is it's perfectly set up. It's hard for me to show you. It's perfectly set up. As in like it's like absolutely flat surface. It's not cantered. It's just absolutely flawless. Another thing that I love this this selector here, the pickup selector. It's really, this feels premium to me. These don't, this does. So very premium, very solid. I like the feel of the pickup selector. That's awesome. Another thing is these pots do work well. Okay, they're not scratchy or anything, and the tone knob gives me just a good enough amount of. There's a good enough amount of change to the tone with the tone knob, which is good. Everything is good in terms of tone and sound. Also, the plug is good. No problems with the plug. Doesn't feel like it's loose or anything. Awesome. Another thing that Kiesel got wrong right out of the factory, I forgot to talk about that, is pickup height. Pickup height was completely off, like just not even anywhere close to what it needed to be or wanted to be. Like it was just completely wrong. I resurrected that. I just took a screwdriver and just torqued them down a little bit, and there you go. They were just a little bit too high, but now they're perfect. Absolutely perfect height. So let's talk about the body shape. Oh man, body shape and weight. The weight of this guitar is absolutely perfect. It's the second lightest guitar I've ever used personally. It's a little bit heavier than my Ibanez over there. That is actually the lightest guitar I've ever used in my life in terms of an electric guitar. So that Ibanez over there is way lighter than, well actually it's not way lighter, it's just a little bit lighter than this. But this is perfect. This is way lighter than my mahogany wood Ibanez over there as well. I have two Ibanezes. They're over there just chilling. But the weight is absolutely perfect. This is perfect, and it's also very, very comfortable because this is flat. One of the problems that I had with my Fender Stratocaster, and the reason why I returned it, is the Fender Stratocaster has a problem where right here, where your body touches the guitar, it actually, like, they curve it in right here, which can be a little bit uncomfortable, especially when your guitar's so freaking heavy. That Fender Stratocaster I got was really heavy. I think it had to be like over 10 pounds, which is pretty heavy. This is definitely not 10 pounds. This is way lighter than that. So it feels awesome. Also, the the shape right here. This shape is unique. I think this is unique to Kiesel itself for the Aries, where I didn't know this, by the way, because the pictures don't really show it off all that well. You see how this is kind of curved right here, right? To make it a little bit more comfortable to play. Well, another thing is it's curved on the back, but it comes almost to a point right here. Very, very, very thin right here where your body touches the guitar. And it is so comfortable. I can't believe nobody else has ever done this before, where this comes to like almost a point. It's extremely comfortable. It's easy to get my hands right here. No problem at all. No problem at all. It's not like a Les Paul. This is really, really comfortable. Another thing I wanted to talk about is the neck. I can't believe I haven't talked about the neck. So the neck is awesome. I got the thin neck. So they have a standard, a thicker neck, and a thinner neck. I went with the thin style neck because I like Ibanez neck profiles. But Ibanez, those two Ibanezes over there are using the original Wizard 3 necks, which is like it's like mostly a D all the way through. This one's more of like a C all the way through, except for it's very unique. Well, okay, so it's a C, but then right here, right where you start doing all of like the crazy stuff up here, if you're playing like really high level, like when you're right here, this is a D. So it goes from a C to a D, but it's not called out as a compound neck profile. It's not a C to a D. I think it is a C to a D, but they don't mention anything like that. So it's super comfortable. Wow, this is actually, I'd say this is probably my favorite neck profile I've ever used in a guitar. It's incredibly comfortable. I can get my hand around it. I can do like I can put my thumb around it, no problem. I forgot how to play that song. But anyways, it feels really, really, really good. And I wanted to make this video to kind of help people understand what this guitar is all about. So the flute right here, or the volute, I forget what they call it. This in pictures kind of worried me because I had, if you go back in my YouTube channel, you'll see I had a Schecter guitar, and it also had a volute. But the volute was way too close to the first fret. So when you were doing chords like this, if you were doing any chords up here, you would feel the volute right here. You would feel it like right about right here. Well, I'm happy to say their volute is farther back, so I can fit my hand all the way back to the back of the first fret. So you never ever feel this volute while you play guitar. Good job. Absolutely good job. Flawless job. Love that. The design of that is great. Oh, we were talking about the neck. So this is a walnut neck, and I think it has tongue. It's like a tongue oil type thing that they're doing with this neck. And oh, I just noticed it's like lighter here and then like darker up here. It doesn't matter. It feels so smooth, guys. So smooth. That's awesome, dude. It's just an awesome guitar, man. And this burst back here is pretty cool. So this is like the actual mahogany, and you can see the mahogany through the what is that, like the tremolo protection guard or whatever. No problem. The routings for these are also almost perfect, which is good because I have a Ibanez over there where the routing's really trash. It's really bad, but routing on this pretty good. Don't see any wood sticking out of the neck holes, which is good. So they didn't do over routing there. That's nice. And let's talk about the color. Now the color's a little weird. I like the color. My mom doesn't like the color. My friends don't like the color. I love the color. Tell me what you think about the color. Personally, I like the colors. All right. So this is going from some like purple to red, but like in between there, it's almost like a. It's really hard to describe because it's not a very bright color. I thought it was going to be way brighter because the pictures show it being pretty bright, but in my opinion, I kind of like the dark color. Now, I have it kind of binded around a black coat of paint, which makes this kind of interesting. So there's a line that you see. You actually see a line in between where they had to mask for the paint job. So they had to mask all of the burst area in order to make a black binding around the neck, and you see that actually. You see it, but you don't feel any of that. It just feels perfectly smooth. So don't be worried if you see pictures up close of any of these kind of bindings or whatever where you can see where they masked it off. They had to mask it off. There's no other way to paint it like this. Another thing, I don't know if I can show this to you. Maybe I can, or maybe I can't. The top there, actually, there's an actual top that they put up here for the neck in order to copy the zebra wood. So this is a zebra wood top, but this is also zebra wood top on a walnut neck. So you can see the top here, but I wish I could show you. I might do it for like the full review or something. But the zebra top here looks so freaking cool. I kind of wish I could go back in time and do a zebra wood top finish without the burst, actually, because I can see that zebra wood and it looks beautiful. It looks so beautiful. You can see it right up here where they put the top on for the top burst up here where the tuning are. But like, man, that just looks so good. I love that. Attention to detail. I'm actually not a huge fan of attention to detail in general. I don't care as long as it feels good and it plays good. There's small things that I noticed here and there that are really, really nice attention to detail kind of things. Especially this neck. This neck just feels perfect. Like somebody actually spent time making this neck what it is. This is an American-made, custom-made guitar, and it shows and it feels like a high-quality guitar, minus these tone knobs. I don't really know why, but they're sending me new ones, guys, so it's not a huge deal. Could happen to anybody. I've never seen it happen before, but it could happen to anybody. And it's not a huge deal, but everything else about this guitar, perfect. Perfectly set up. I had to fix the pickup height. That's fine. Everything else, absolutely perfect. It's my perfect guitar, and it's staying here forever. I just wanted to share my opinions on it for anybody who might be interested in getting one of these guitars. I'm really happy with it, and I hope to use this guitar for many, many years. It's a forever guitar for sure, and as long as it holds up well, you'll probably be seeing more of it on this channel. So, hope you liked the video. Hope you like seeing my crappy desk through the mirror shine. You know how it is. But, hope you liked the video. I'm out.